If you are someone who wastes a lot of time on doom scrolling, well, nice to meet you. I was the same, maybe even worse. But there are just 3 things I did using my notebook that stopped my endless scrolling. And I'm pretty sure they will do the same for you. Let's get into it. The first thing I did was write down my scroll triggers. I asked myself one simple question. When do I actually start scrolling? And I wrote everything down. Like when I wake up and I don't want to get out of bed, when I feel bored, when I am avoiding a task I don't want to do, when I feel stressed or overwhelmed. I wrote all the triggers that make me scroll. Something interesting happened when I did this. I stopped seeing scrolling as a problem and I started seeing it as a reaction to something else. So instead of fighting my phone, I started noticing my triggers, and that changed everything. Because now I know exactly when I am most likely to lose control. And every time I spotted the trigger, I give myself 30 seconds, pause, and ask myself, do I really want to scroll right now, or there is a better way to handle this feeling? And most of the time I found myself doing something else instead of scrolling. The second thing I did was turning my notebook into a distraction dump. Every time I sit down to work or study, I noticed something. My brain starts throwing random thoughts at me. Check this message, search this idea, watch this video real quick. What I did is, instead of fighting those thoughts, I started writing them down on my notebook. If I feel the urge to check something, I just dump it into my notebook and tell myself I will go back to it later. What this does is clear your mind without pulling you into distraction. When you write them down, you delay that impulse, and most of the time, you don't feel the need to go back to it. Those distractions just stay quietly on paper. But even with all that, your phone still has an unfair advantage. It's designed to grab your attention and keep it. Every color, every notification engineered to keep you hooked. So if you try to force yourself to use a notebook instead, you will lose. And to fix that problem, I did 2 things. First thing, I made my phone as boring as possible. I turned it to a white and black. I removed all the colors. And suddenly, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, they all felt like a boring old newspaper. Then I did the opposite with my notebook. I made it fun, but not in a serious way, but in a stupidly playful way. I would play tic-tac-toe, I would draw the ugliest face I could. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's exactly the way it works. Because now instead of my brain thinking phone equals fun and a notebook equals boring, it starts thinking a notebook equals also fun. And once the gap gets smaller, choosing a notebook becomes way easier. If this was helpful for you, subscribe. If it's not, don't. Thanks for watching.